Hi, on behalf of our service Robotics Unbound, I am Nasha, and my partner Nyung and I will be addressing the importance of STEM education for children in this speech. In the digital era of today, basic technological proficiency is becoming a necessity. Job demand for programmers, engineers, and developers has grown exponentially and will continue to do so. STEM is a broad term that encompasses the academic disciplines science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. STEM has a wide range of impacts throughout the world. For example, STEM has been used in the field of health during the pandemic. The technological advancements made by STEM in an effort to contain the virus, including innovative methods for sanitizing facilities, biotechnology, and telemedicine robots, have been vital in stopping the spread. STEM is also used in the discovery and creation of eco-friendly products that assist in tackling environmental challenges. My interest in STEM was piqued when I learned about innovative prosthetics that were being used in the medical field. There are prosthetics that generate a sense of touch by sending signals back to the brain. I thought this was fascinating. The innovation required scientific, mathematical, and engineering knowledge to be applied in order to invent this new technology. To understand the relevancy of STEM and the importance of STEM education, we want to present a few statistics. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, jobs in science, technology, mathematics, and engineering will increase to over 17.3 million by 2022 just in the U.S., and almost all of the fastest growing jobs require a strong STEM background. People who work in STEM fields earn an average of 26% more and are more likely to be employed than their non-STEM counterparts. So, where does this leave us? The bottom line is that STEM needs to be where the kids are, in school, after school, during the summer, and in our local communities, introduced at a young age when they are most curious. Kids need STEM mentors and role models to look up to. They need more education about STEM degrees and related jobs so they can look forward to bright futures in these fields. Some find STEM subjects exciting and inspiring, others, the majority, find them daunting. The biggest problem with STEM in high school is that it is seen as hard. Elementary school kids find science and engineering fascinating and engaging, but as they get older, the idea of STEM is like an ivory tower only the most brilliant can tackle. There is a factor of fear that needs to be overcome, and the best way to resolve it? Many experts say early exposure is key. Research shows that early exposure to STEM has positive impacts across the entire spectrum of learning. For example, early math knowledge not only predicts later math success, it also predicts later reading achievement. Early interest in STEM topics is an excellent predictor for later learning and eventual career interest and choice. Indeed, interventions have shown that equipping students with STEM career knowledge early increases their motivation to take more science and mathematics courses in high school. This eventually leads to a higher likelihood of students considering a STEM-based career path as a potential option for their future. As above, statistics encapsulate how a STEM occupation comes with significantly more benefits compared to a regular non-STEM job. This concludes that early STEM education guarantees the best possible outcomes in terms of tapping into the youth's STEM skills, boosting their confidence level, and reinforcing their interest in years to come. Now that we've established how STEM education is a breeding ground for success, there's still one more question that needs to be discussed. Is STEM training and exposure from an early age constitute such a huge part in empowering a future successful career? Is this kind of education accessible to everyone? Is it equally distributed? The answer is we are overlooking a crucial missing puzzle piece, generational income gap that is rendering equality in education impossible. Unfortunately, not a lot of children have access to these life-changing STEM experiences. As the world continues to race ahead, too many kids are being left behind because of the structural inequalities that they have been raised in. Gender, infrastructure, and urban poverty are just some factors that hold kids back through no fault of their own. Opportunities have to be created for kids to lift themselves out of their circumstances. Studies find that in the US, parents in the top decile of earners spend 5 times what parents at median household income spend on children from 2006 to 2007. $11,000 compared to $2,220. One manifestation of these class divides is parents' expenditures on extracurricular enrichment. For instance, children from higher income families are much more likely to use paid private tuition or tutors, including STEM training programs, coding, and robotics courses, than children from lower income families.
One of the Sustainable Development Goals proposed by the United Nations is SDG 4, which is to ensure inclusive and equitable quality educations and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. Wealth can be passed on down to Generation 3. The transmissions of privilege or disadvantage hold the keys to the societal stratifications. This should not be the case for education. It is the only tool to close the tense social divide between the well-equipped and the empty-handed. Equality in STEM education can quickly translate to equality in other fields. STEM can lift students out of the poverty cycle through higher paying jobs. Girls with STEM backgrounds can chip away at persistent gender stereotypes. Equal access to STEM education remains elusive but has the power to level the playing field now and benefit the student in a long-term context. In Singapore, programming lessons for kids typically range from 50 to 70 Singapore dollars per hour. According to SingSaver, the median salary in Singapore in 2020 stands at $4,534 per month, including CPF contributions. The average cost of living for a family of 4 in Singapore is estimated to be around $4,900, excluding rent. Including the rent of an average 3-bedroom apartment, this already high number shoots up to $9,350 a month. In the convenient case that there are 2 full-time working parents in each household, the median household income still doesn't cover the average living cost in Singapore. Therefore, the pricey cost of robotics and programming lessons for children can prove to be inaccessible. This doesn't present the large majority of children in Singapore with much opportunity to be exposed to robotics and programming. As a result, the more privileged children are able to be equipped with the necessary skills for success in the field of technology, while the vast majority are left behind. This encourages wealth disparity within our community, spurring on the cycle of income inequality. Providing students with accessible educational opportunities in robotics can potentially spark their passions in the field and add another path to success in their life. Education has long been described as a great equalizer because of its transformative power for individuals and society. It boosts opportunities for all. It can help to tackle extreme income inequality, yet too often we find the many flaws of inequality within education itself. While an occupation in STEM proved to be the best possible career to lift people out of poverty, enabling children from poor families to end up better off than their parents, it's clear that equality in STEM education hasn't been stressed enough. When good education can only be accessed by families with money, it undermines social mobility. It ensures that if you're born poor, you and your children will die poor, no matter how hard you work. It is up to us to help provide educational opportunities for those who can't afford it, those who need it the most. We, as Robotics Unbound, believe that this is the solution, and our work has been devoted to the cause of actions ever since. In an attempt to support underprivileged children in picking up digital skills and computational thinking through coding, we have provided Singaporean youth from less fortunate backgrounds with basic programming and robotics workshops for free. We are lucky enough to have the support of various youth-focused organizations across Singapore as our partners, and our initiative remains promising with the potential to expand and reach even more children who are in need of our help. Through our effort, we hope to ensure that no child is left behind. In light of an increasingly demanding and fast-paced technology-driven world, we need an education that works for all, not just the privileged.